everyone, I'm Elena from The Immigration People. Welcome back to another episode of our new series, Kay and Elena's Profile Analysis. In today's episode, we will be sharing with you one of our viewers who wrote in to us about his situation. Without further ado, let's begin. First and foremost, to be eligible to apply for Singapore PR under the Professional Technical Personnel and Skilled Workers Scheme, also known as PTS, one must be holding on to a valid work pass. A valid work pass refers to an S-Pass, Employment Pass, Personalized Employment Pass, or an Entrepreneur Pass. Unfortunately, for work permit holders, you are not eligible to apply for PR on your own merits. That being said, it doesn't mean that you stand no chance at all, because if you continue to upskill yourself, you may find yourself one day being upgraded to an S-Pass or EP with a promotion or salary increment by your employer. We have assisted many applicants and clients upgrading their work permit to an S-Pass or EP and subsequently help them to apply for PR as well. So about this profile, let's call him Mr. Krishnam. Mr. Krishnam comes from India, who has been working in Singapore for about 5 years on an employment pass working in a biotech company. He applied for PR about a year ago with his family, his wife and his baby boy. At the time of application, his profile seems very decent with no major red flags, I would say. And he's also very active in terms of his community services. He actually offers tuition services to children from less privileged families and has been consistently doing that for about a year. He also donates frequently from time to time as well. However, a few weeks ago, he was informed by his employer to find another job because the company was not doing well. The employer gave him about 6 months to find another job, or they offered him another position with a reduction in salary, which will result him in downgrading his employment pass to an S-Pass. It is always unfortunate to hear when such things happen. However, should Mr. Krishnam's EP really got downgraded to an S-Pass, he definitely needs to inform the ICA. It is always good for the applicant to take the first initiative to update ICA of any changes in their circumstances, including change in employment status and change in type of work pass. This does not necessarily mean that Mr. Krishnam has a lower chance of getting his PR approved just because he's holding on to an S-Pass. As mentioned many times in our other videos, ICA always evaluate a candidate holistically by looking into other factors like their personal skill sets, merits, social integration efforts, community services, and other forms of contributions. To add on, we have helped and seen many S-Pass applicants in successfully getting their PRs approved. Since we are on this topic, I would also like to share with a recent case of mine. We helped a client to upgrade their pass from a work permit to an S-Pass because the employer wants to retain the staff, sees his potential and contributions, and decided to promote and increase his salary. So he upgraded from a work permit to an S-Pass, and he's eligible to apply for PR immediately because he has already been working in Singapore for more than 10 years. So he does not need to wait for 6 months after getting his new pass to apply for PR. Now recently, he got his PR approved and he and his whole family are happily staying, living, working in Singapore. In this case, Mr. Krishnam only has another 30 days to stay in Singapore after his work pass gets cancelled by his current employer. Mr. Krishnam needs to secure another work pass with another company as soon as possible in order to ensure his PR application does not get withdrawn by the ICA. Do note that Mr. Krishnam's new job needs to land him a S-Pass or an EP. This is because, as mentioned at the start of the video, a work permit holder is not eligible to apply for PR. In order to avoid such situations from happening to you, this is why we always emphasize and stress on the importance of not procrastinating. Apply for your PR while your employment is still stable. As mentioned in our previous videos, the Ministry of Manpower is constantly increasing the criteria for new work pass holders. It will just be harder and harder to secure a new work pass or to retain your existing work pass. Talk to our team. for a complimentary consultation, a profile evaluation, so we can actually guide you on how to secure your PR status at the soonest possible. And that's all for our episode today. If you would like us to analyze your profile for you, write in to us at support@tip.com.sg, or you may take our e-preliminary profile analysis. The link is in the description box below. Before you leave, don't forget to like and share our video, hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on our weekly new videos. And I'll see you next week.